guys, I am back with a new video. Thank you so much for tuning in. If it's your first time here, my name is Chris Hong and I'm an artist, and welcome to my channel. So I've had this video idea for a long time where I revisit an illustration that I have started but have since abandoned, and I try to bring it to completion or bring the idea to life. So this is an idea that I started working on actually back in 2021 around Valentine's Day. My two clown characters are devouring a pizza that has pepperonis in the shape of hearts. And around that time back in 2021 is when my long-term relationship was coming to an end, if that gives you any context for the inspiration for this piece. This is a 10 by 14 inches Arches hot press watercolor paper. I think it's a shame that I went almost all the way but stopped at this point, because transferring the drawing onto the painting surface is probably one of my least favorite parts in the painting process. So yeah, I really thought for today's video it would be really fun to finally paint this. So here are my objectives for this illustration. I want to use mostly watercolor, and another objective for this piece is I want to keep the colors very limited and very on theme with the whole Valentine's Day and hearts aesthetic. And the last objective is just to finish this fairly quickly. For something like this, it can take me anywhere from 3 to 4 days just from like taking it from this point to the finished illustration. And I don't think it needs to drag on for that long. So yeah, that is the whole idea behind today's video. I hope you are excited for it. But before we can get into everything, I want to first thank the sponsor of today's video, ZenPop. And if you don't know who ZenPop is, they curate monthly subscription boxes full of unique stationery supplies from Japan. Each monthly box has a special theme, and the theme for May is golden glitter. Now let's do a little obligatory shake. Ooh, it's actually pretty hefty. Ta-da! This could not have come at a more perfect time. I actually already used these and I've totally run out of the ink in here, and I was dreading having to go to the art store to pick more up. Oh, it actually says water-based marker. Oh. Nice and light. So these are definitely markers as opposed to the highlighters that I use to do the under drawing for my sketches, but the colors are light enough and pastel enough that I think I can use them for the same purpose as well. So I'm personally really excited to have these. All right, so let's see what else is in here. Oh, are these like little stickers? I have the habit of just hoarding beautiful stationery as opposed to actually using them. I'll do it for science. I'll do it for you guys. And there it is. All right, next, it is a wiper. Oh, okay. So this little thing, you can flip it down. Ooh. Oh, well, that's really handy, and it's also super cute as well. We're finally seeing some of the gold theme coming in. So I think these are stickers. It's pretty abstract, but I like it. I like the colors and I like the gold like foil detail. And next we have sticky notes, I believe, which honestly, you can never have too many sticky notes. You can put all kinds of little scrap pieces of artwork in here or receipts. Okay, I was told that I was getting the May box, but I think what they sent me is the June box, which honestly suits me just fine. The theme for the month of June is a collaboration with an Osaka-based artist named Saigetsu. And I believe that this was designed by them for ZenPop. Look at the translucency. That is so pretty. Nice lined notebook. Oh, I love the colors. Oh, and there is a Uniball Signo pen. which I believe I've actually used before. Great, actually just like all-purpose writing pen. And that was honestly a delight for me to open. If you want more information on ZenPop and their monthly subscription boxes, I'll have more info and a link to ZenPop down below in the description. And if you do want to check them out, use my coupon code for a $10 discount, and shipping to the US is free, which is awesome. But wait, there's more. By the time this video goes live, ZenPop will be holding an exciting giveaway. They are giving away a free stationery box to the first 500 people who follow these 3 simple steps. Go sign up for a free account on zenpop.jp, go follow ZenPop on their YouTube channel, and fill out a short Google form through the link in the description box. You'll receive a confirmation email if you're the first 500 to successfully follow all 3 steps, and the free stationery box will be on its way to you. The giveaway is now live, so if you're curious to check out ZenPop, now is your chance. So first thing I'm going to do is address the drawing and bring it more to my liking. I don't think it needs much, I just need to complete the hand here, for example. Draw this hand a bit better. I want to see if I can edit the design of the shoes here and edit this character's face and hair. Should I turn these circles into hearts? Why don't we try that? Just like go all in on the whole heart motif. Okay, now it's time to draw in all the little pepperoni hearts, and I want the hearts to be kind of dripping down the pizza because the pizza is so greasy. I think it is pretty much ready to go now. We're gonna move on to figuring out the colors. So back in 2021, I actually did do a color comp for this illustration already. The colors are kind of all over the place. I feel like I used too many colors. So I'm thinking instead of having all these kind of greens and yellows and blues in here, maybe keep it extremely limited down to just pinks and purples and reds. So I'm gonna go do another color comp like this, but in that pink and purple limited color range. And I'll be back to talk about it afterwards. Okay, so this is the new color comp. And I have to admit that I got very impatient. Didn't exactly turn out how I envisioned. So I think this will be a case where I just jump into the illustration and figure things out along the way and hope that it works out. So yeah, that is the plan. So looking at our color comp, I think my first step is going to be to just kind of tone the paper and also just wet all of the paper and let that dry, so that'll help stretch the paper a little bit, and also toning it with a pink color will help set the tone for the illustration. I felt like the color comp turned out a little cooler than I would have liked because the pink I used was mostly an opera pink, and I think I want to try a different pink so it's a bit warmer. All right, so I'm gonna take this pink and then kind of dilute it. All right, going in. So this layer has pretty much dried, and as you can see, it's a little bit kind of splotchy in areas, but I actually don't mind that at all. I'm a little nervous about the colors because I'm not sure exactly what colors to use because I wasn't super happy with my color comp. I know that I said I will use mostly pink and purples. This character, I always give her like an orangey hair, so I think I'm gonna go in with a warmer color. I hope I won't regret it, but here we go. So yeah, right now what I'm gonna do is just kind of try to fill in the base colors for things as best as I can, and then I'll check back in once I've done that. So I think what I'm gonna do now is try to kind of paint in the shadows a little bit, make this feel a little less flat. So right now, I'm not thinking in terms of colors, but I'm going in thinking in terms of values. And I'm using this pink color as the shadow color. This is the same color that I used to tone the canvas with. So I'm thinking in terms of values at this point and pretending I'm shading this essentially. I think what I'm gonna do now is to try and simplify some of the shapes here and strengthen the lighting. These shapes are reading a little bit too busy for me. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go in with some darker colors and darken some of these areas and combine some of these shapes together to really make the faces pop. And then I think maybe I call it a day for the day because it is getting close to dinner time here. So I think this is looking pretty good. I went in and I grouped these shapes together, and I think they do look a bit neater now. I think overall the background does look a bit washed out, so I'm going to, I think, transition from a darker color up here to this lighter color, and I think that might be all that I will do for the day. So it's the next day, and I think our piece is coming all along. I feel a little bit stuck on what to do next. I know obviously that I have to address the cheesy pizza part, but I don't know yet how I'm going to approach that. So I think while I brainstorm on what to do with that part, I'm just going to keep on rendering some of these areas so they look more finished. And I will check back in once I've done that. So here's how the piece has come along so far. So I know I said when we set out on painting this that I was going to keep it very limited in the color palette, but I think I may have changed my mind on that. If I end up making the cheesy area pink, one, it won't be as bright of a pink as I would like it to be because of the nature of watercolors. And two, I feel like it won't stand out as much if it all just ends up being pink on pink. The color that I'm thinking of going with is like a very light pastel-y mint green color, because I think that will be a nice contrast, but I don't think I can achieve the color that I have in mind with watercolors. It's just not going to be as vibrant or as light. So here are the swatches for the markers that I have. I'm picturing like a very light minty green color, and I think this color here will work really nicely. I'm first gonna test it on some regular paper, and then I'm probably gonna say some prayers and then just go in. Yeah, that's a pretty like pale color, and I think that would look really nice with all the pinks. Okay, well, here we go. I'm gonna try to be as smooth as possible as to not leave streaks behind. Okay, the color's coming up pretty well actually. Ooh, oh, I really like that color. Oh, that's fun. No regrets. Ooh, should I leave a highlight for the cheese so it looks super greasy? I don't know. I hadn't actually considered that. So I feel like maybe it's too late at this point. Well, that's fun. What do we think of the green? I like that it makes the whole act of eating this pizza a bit more unsettling. I mean, I think just aesthetically speaking, it's a pretty color against the pink, but if we think in terms of an actual pizza, it's a definitely unsettling, uncommon color that you would not associate with pizza. So I've decided that I am actually going to bring this green color into more areas of the illustration, and I think I'm gonna do that by creating a shadow shape underneath the characters here, and I think I'm going to try and make this shape echo some of the drippy elements. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Pretend this is just any old regular drawing and not an illustration that I spent 2 days working on. So I'm just gonna maybe just roughen the shape. So it is now the next day. So I'm thinking of bringing in a marker and designing some shape behind her here to incorporate more of the drips all throughout the picture. Let's see, do I want to go more pinky or do I want to go more purple? I'm first going to try layering this marker over this color comp to see how it looks layered over this kind of level of watercolors. Ooh, that is brighter than I thought. It's a great color though, but it's a lot more vibrant and darker than I expected it to be. So I'm going to try something a bit lighter. So this is the lighter color to that. So this one is a bit more orangey. Should I be really on the nose and just draw like a big heart shape behind the characters? Also, you see these kind of square marks in the corners here? That is from when I transferred my drawing onto the paper. I think the adhesive on the tape kind of permanently damaged the paper a little bit. If I could cover them up a little bit more with the marker, that would be great. All right, so I don't really know what shape to draw it in yet. All I know is I want some drips over here. All right. I think I'm gonna start out by drawing the drips. Okay. Let's do it. I'm going in. I'm going in. Here goes nothing. Oh. Is that too pink? I'm just gonna roughly draw it. I mean, I like the color. It's probably not gonna scan well, but I like how it looks. Do I want to draw a heart or do I want to extend it all the way up? Try drawing a heart, shall we? Yeah, I don't really like how this feels up here, how it feels all divided up here. And because this is kind of a busy area, I don't know that I want any distinct kind of outlines in the shapes up here. So I think I might just get rid of this line. And maybe I'll layer some drips with a different color on this side. I don't know what I'm doing. I kind of like that. Maybe I draw like a little circle here. Let's do it. To make it feel extra drippy. So I think for this side of the background, I'm going to draw like a similar shape to this, but just smaller, and underneath this shape using a cooler, more purpley color, something like that. So it's definitely cooler than the pink that we used for this shape, like so. Ooh, I really like that color. Ooh, yes, I'm happy I went with that color. I don't know what that shape is gonna look like, but I know I probably want these shapes to overlap here. So I'm just gonna fill in the background. Yeah, I think you can tell those shapes apart, thankfully. I wish I had left some spaces here. Maybe I can make like little cutouts with this color. Maybe actually instead of a drip, maybe some like floating hearts. That's an idea. Yeah, I'm going to let that marinate a little bit. But yeah, I'm actually really pleasantly surprised with how that turned out. Okay, so before I do something up here to finish up the background, I'm thinking of doing a similar layering of the drip thing that I did up in the background down here, and I want to layer another drippy puddle shape underneath this green one. And I think I want to do it in a yellowish orange color. I don't know why. And I know what you're thinking. That is another color that I'm going to introduce in this palette, but it's just going to be a little accent of color. So I think it's going to still read as a predominantly pink, purple, and green illustration. Just like a little sliver, just a little sliver. Ooh. Okay, yeah, definitely the color that I wanted. Again, it's probably not going to scan very well. I think that's fun, but I can understand if you think maybe that was excessive. No turning back now. While I was doing that, I think I may have figured out what I might want to do up here. instead of doing hearts kind of floating out, I think that's a fine idea, but I kind of got the idea to do a cutout of like a smiley face, but instead of a smiling face, I'm thinking of maybe using X's for the eyes and making it a frowny face. In my mind, it's as if she's consuming and devouring this pizza to absorb as much love and like nutrients as possible, but really it's toxic, you know? That's kind of like maybe the idea I'm going for here. I know I definitely need something here. It feels a little too empty compositionally. I'm thinking something like this. Yeah, not like all connected. I can play on the drippy element. Maybe have like drippy tears from the eyes. And I'm thinking of also doing like a circle for the nose so it's more clown-like. And you know, I'm not about being safe anymore. Let's take some risks. We've made some bold moves already in this illustration, so let's just keep going. Okay. Start with one eye. One eye. Let's do it. Going in. I'm going in pretty light. Do I want it like extra frowny? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, and then the nose. Clown nose. I'm seeing it come together. I don't know. I don't know, but you know what? There's no going back from this. It's fun. Maybe I should connect the mouth. Is the mouth too busy looking? Is it too late to try and do that now? I'm not sure about that one. I'm not sure about that decision, but I'm just gonna pretend. I'm gonna pretend that I'm happy with it. I just wish I was happier with the shape of things. That's really all it is. Which goes to show you, you really should plan out every element if possible. So maybe if I just created a closed mouth, would that be better? Maybe that would be better. Okay, I'm going in. I'm going in. I think all these shapes are distracting here. I should have just done a closed mouth. That's what I'll do. Let's just go in. It's gonna look a little funky. That's what I gotta do. I'll do it. Is the smiley face too big? I mean, there's nothing I can do about it now, but these are the thoughts I'm left with. It's fine. It's fine. Let's let that dry. You know, I think that looks fun. I think I can live with that. So I think I'm almost ready to call this finished, but I am not super duper thrilled with how this character's face turned out in terms of the rendering. So I think I want to bring some color pencils and just work a little bit on the face and maybe bring out a little bit of the details in the clothing. So I think I might be ready to call this illustration finished. Why don't we take off the tape together and see how it looks without this really bright blue painter's tape. Oh yeah. All right, here we go. There it is. Oh, it looks so much better without the very bright blue frame. You know what? After giving this some time to sink in, I actually really like it. I think it's a bit of a different take for me. The more expected move would have been to maybe draw the little heart shapes, but I think this is kind of fun. It does remind me of graffiti. I feel like it adds a bit of a lowbrow kind of element to the picture, which I like, and a bit of an edge. I am really happy that I came back to it after all these years, and I think I like how I ended up finishing it. It feels not only really good that I came back to something that I had abandoned and followed through with it after all these years, but it feels good to just make an illustration because I haven't been the most productive in that department for a long time. So I hope that this is the start of many good things to come for me, the start of a hopefully productive rest of the year. I'm just really happy to be able to share this with you guys. I'm really curious to hear what you guys thought of everything. Once again, a huge thanks to ZenPop for sponsoring today's video. If you guys want to check them out, I'll have a link for them in my description box. So with that, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!